Okay, I am live. I am live today. They either much talk to you about the WWE, the cover WWE Monday Night Raw Draft Night 2, the cover. And we the much looking at you see, and those who didn't follow my podcast last weekend, you can either much go back and either much check it out on the iHeartRadio station. You can check it out because I haven't been doing Monday Night Raw for the past 9 months. I haven't been doing Monday Night Raw because when it was in the Thunderdome, I didn't cover it because I have been giving you pay-per-views every Sunday, every month, and I have been giving you AEW Dynamite and Rampage and Friday Night SmackDown when we was covering. But Monday Night Raw, man, has got to be one of the worst shows because they have been dropping down in their low ratings. And either much so, they have been, and I'm looking at right now on it because the way how I see that with Crown WWE, because I mean the new favor that WWE video lead us into the show. A video kicks off the show, highlight the WWE draft. We have the second half of the draft tonight. So the commentary recap all of the changes from the first night of the WWE draft. They change will not go into effect until after WWE Crown Jewels. Oh yeah, it is. Cause SmackDown Women's Championship, Becky Lynch making her way to the ring, Privilege is showing Friday Night SmackDown select Raw is select I got Charlotte getting drafted. Hold up, drafted over to SmackDown. And my girl Bianca Belair. Uh, okay, is getting is getting drafted. Got drafted Monday Night Raw on a Friday. And Finn Balor Balor drafted to Raw. Um, hmm and by the way, though, you see, we are getting into this, but still is She is still holding the SmackDown Women Champ, but she the longest reigning Raw Women Champion. And teaching never lasts. It the person hold it has gone back and for women her at late. The last time she beat Charlotte Flair has never been the same. The same last time Flair beat her, Lynch was better than even it would. It's time to beat Becky two belts again. So Raw Women Championship, Charlotte Flair, now members of the SmackDown roster, making her way to the ring. Flair take her time getting to the ring. The crowd boos her as the music stop. A light Becky Two Bells chant. Pick up. Flair want to say hello to her old friend. Flair say before Lynch was Becky Two Belts and beated her. Becky Lynch was Becky. Pre-show. Flair made Lynch fam- famous and needed to get over her effectively company, and she always been looking up to the most discarded women in sports entertainment. Good that Lynch left it, seeing they have some unfinished business. And Bianca Belair, now a member of the Raw roster, and come out barely say, Belair say she has unfinished business with them. Seeing they took creep shots at her doing, and after her match against Sasha Banks, neither of them is ready for the EST of WWE, who is becoming the EST of Raw because she goes her now go here now. Players say that's why Coochie and then Slushy here the champion in trying to have condition. Belair takes umbrage with that and Charlotte sucks chant picks a player silence of the crowd. Uh, Belair say Flair is standing her but teaching she doesn't even go here anymore. Belair tells Liz to get her girl because Flair doesn't know her. Flair says she is no one girl and is not a girl. She is a woman. Flair knows Belair has done a lot by winning the Royal Rumble and the title at main event at WrestleMania. She's also done as much as Flair. Flair say Belair should ask for her autograph for private the way for her. Lynch say it sure sound like Flair is disrespecting Belair. Lynch has beaten Flair a lot as has nothing to do proven, but Belair and Flair has never faced the Flair. Say she only gives out opportunities, not chart CHARITIES partial. Belair say she has something to give her and take out her earrings. And WWE Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville comes out to the stage. Pearce say, "We looking at a hell of a main event." Deville say, "For the first time on Monday night, it is be the Queen Charlotte Flair taking on the EST of WWE. Bianca Belair and Pearce say Natalia and Tamina will take on Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash for the WWE Women Tag Team Champion." The Bills say going to kick the night off with a WWE Universal United States Championship match. And then look, Bianca Belair accomplished everything over there on Monday Night Raw. She beat it, Selena Vega. She beat it. She won at the Royal Rumble. She beat it, Sasha Banks at WrestleMania and main evented. We was me and Queen and Cameron, and we all sat up there and watched it in our own room, in front of our own TV, and watched it. Bianca Belair when she had won it at WrestleMania. She beat it barely at WWE WrestleMania Backlash, beat her at WWE Money in the Bank. I'm sorry, beat her at WWE Hell in the Cell. She beat her at WWE Money in the Bank. She beat it Carmella. She beat it Selena Vega. She beat it Carmella. She has beat it Lena Vega. This girl done proved it time and time again that WWE has been building her up as a super baby face because she is athletic, she is very talented in the ring, and Bianca Belair, though everybody loves Bianca Belair because when they didn't have nobody else, she did that. Bianca Belair did everything she can over there on SmackDown. They just did not have enough top com- competitors, women enough top competitors challenge on that man when Sasha Banks was in her ass went nowhere at SummerSlam. Either much with Becky Lynch though, she tries to either much play a heel, either much try to either much play a heel. It's just not working. WWE constantly look the way she come out in that stupid outfit with those sunglasses on, and WWE just ain't even much trying to boo her. And that heel connection that Becky Lynch trying to play, it ain't clicking. And so is Becky Lynch a face again because it sure feels like that I think they will continue on the crown beginning super hot over seeing Lynch, but they really wasn't the show all the art and scripted promo. Hmm. And instantly ensure changing it up when the crown wishing chant her name and getting Pacific Pyched Pacific that Lynch was the number one pick for WWE Raw. She keep it going and kill it and going and it killing in buzz. It was serene to watch, but hands don't go off that scared script that was probably froze 5 minutes ago. So we get WWE official and Sonya Deville are at the parties. They make it offer and announce SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch as the first pick for WWE Raw. Friday Night SmackDown get the second pick and draft this SmackDown Tag Team Champion, the Usos. I mean, yeah, because if the Usos didn't get drafted back to SmackDown, you already know what was gonna happen to Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns. Already told them if my cousins don't get drafted over the Friday night SmackDown, you leave Roman Reigns, leave Paul Heyman for dead because if Sonya Deville and Adam Pearce would have said the Usos getting drafted to Raw, they was gonna beat the living shit out of Paul Heyman to death. And that's what they was going to do. And the Usos getting drafted to SmackDown. You can work with somebody over there like the Hit Row. You can work with somebody over there like the Hit Row. You can work with somebody like a Jinder Mahal. You can work with somebody like the New Day over there on Friday Night SmackDown as WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships. And you probably gonna get versus Isaiah Swerve and Ashley. Oswell Swerve and Ashantis. I swear I said Isaiah Swerve and Ashantis over there on SmackDown. That's who you probably is gonna end up facing over there. And the Usos in showing celebration backstage with Paul Heyman, thank God. Cause he's sitting back there holding his chest like he finna have a heart attack. Cause he know first if Sonya Deville would have came out and got drafted, and if they would have called the wrong, if they would have got pulled, got removed, got drafted over from SmackDown to Raw, he already know he was gonna get the hell beat out of him. But WWE Damian Priest, WWE United States Champion Jeff Hardy versus Damian Priest, they lock up and Priest applies a hammerlock. Priest puts a side hammerlock in, but Hardy whips him out and Priest shoulder block him down and hit the ropes. Hardy should block him back into the ropes and Priest rebounded with a shoulder block for a 2 count. Priest gets Hardy into his feet, but Hardy stunned him with a sit-out jawbreaker. Priest fights back with a kick to the side of the head that knocks Hardy out of the ring. Priest back Hardy into the apron, but Hardy fights away. Hardy drive off the apron and crashes and burned on the floor. Priest limps off the steel steps with a smooth saw stun. And commercial break. We come back from the break to see Hardy elbow Priest out the ropes and connected with a whisper in the wind for a near fall. Hardy tries to send him to the ropes, but Priest hit a wheel kick. Priest goes for the rocking, but Hardy fights out. Priest gets out of the twist of fate, but Hardy bounced back with a spinning clothesline. Hardy hits a twist of fate and takes his shirt off. Hardy hits the swanton bomb and clutches his low back for a momentum. Hardy cover, but Priest kicks out and pins Hardy with a circle pit. A disappointing match with Jeff Hardy, but Damian Priest it was expected a little more from that, but it never got out of first gear. But either much with Damian Priest though, I mean, he is finna become a breakout star because I like to see Damian Priest become a breakout star in the WWE, and he is coming a top-notch player over there on Monday Night Raw because you either much have Damian Priest is probably gonna hold on to the United States champion probably for the next 6 or 9 months until he dropped that WWE champion. Him going over there, going up against Seth Rollins, him going up over there against Big E, him going up against Big E, Seth Rollins, him going up against Bobby Ashley, him going up against Karrion Kross, him going up against Keith Lee. Bearcat. Him either much going up because him that's becoming improving himself. He just becoming a breakout star in the WWE, a top notch player in the WWE. Damian Priest. And then right now, look, he would get a shot at the WWE championship. down the road. Because now with Jeff Hardy, he's going over there to the WWE to Damian Priest, Jeff Hardy, he's going over to the blue brand because look, they probably ain't gonna be doing much for him because Roman Reigns gonna need some new fresh challengers to work with because Fox, what they like is the athletes over there on Fox. What they like over there is somebody who is a competitor over there on Fox. They rating look SmackDown though either much kept it. Sasha Banks, look, in Charlotte over there, we probably gonna see them feud again for the next 9 months, and I do not want to see that. Either much Sarah Straits get in the ring and ask Jeff Hardy if he was anything to say to the WWE Universe. Hard say he loved the crowd. He been through the highest of high in WWE and crashes back to reality from time to time that says going to SmackDown might be the perfect opportunity to see the different side of Jeff Hardy and a different ego from the next follower. But week he been on Monday Night Raw. Austin Theory music hits. And he runs down to the ring. Theory was drafted from NXT. Raw the past Friday on SmackDown. Theory say he mean no respect, but his dream has come true. Theory say he been drafted to Monday Night Raw is standing in the ring with the legend Jeff Hardy. Theory grows up watching Hardy. Hardy inspires him. Looking where it's getting him. Theory doesn't mean to fanboy, but he want to take a self Hardy looks incredible. Theory takes out his iPhone and take a self with Hardy. Theory then clotheslined him down before lifting him up and hitting a cutter. Theory takes a selfie with the feeling Hardy. And I mean that this debut from Austin Theory on it. I hate the look of the rain gear they give him, but they running to with a lot of WWE NXT call of it's come off as a Grandson million heel debut, but it was done well each. Yeah, though either much Ross in theory, he has been down in NXT with Johnny Gargano. He has not been doing them. Look, if WWE want to push Austin Theory, look, he's 23 years old. If they want to push him up to a high level in WWE, and whether you want to see him go up against Mustafa Ali, Alberto, whether you want to see him go up against a Damian Priest, Big E, Damian Priest, Big E, Karrion Cross, Karrion Cross, Big E, whether you want to see him go up against a Bobby Ashley, if WWE can push him to look, WWE do something right with this guy. Do something right with him. Because if with him and then WWE, you know how they is. They sell they just ain't have no intention that's pushing these young guys. They just self. They will overlook him. And either much though, I like to see more of him. Can he? I like to see more of him against Damian Priest. Either much against Karen Cross, Damian Priest, Keith Lee, Karen Cross, Damian Priest, Keith Lee, either much Shelton Bender or Cedric Alexander. They showed both didn't get drafted night on SmackDown or Raw, so they probably be undrafted. And knowing them after that, look, it would be a the Hurt business will be finished and done with. Cause I don't see WWE how they gonna book them as WWE tag teams in a WWE. Cause you either much got either much if WWE can book Austin Theory right is a heel in the WWE. That way he can either much get over with in these single lines and these storylines and these story lines. That way they can build him up as a heel going up against these top babyface over there on Monday Night Raw. Cause and let me go over this with you again. The name I have not called. Cause I either much cause I'm gonna say this again. Either must if WWE can book Austin Theory the right way, I like to see against a Randy Orton, Keith Lee, Big E, Damian Priest, Karen Cross, Keith Lee, Randy Orton, Matt Riddle, AJ Styles, over there on Monday Night Raw, who been all been drafted on the same brand, and then if he can do that against him, that means that WWE is building him up is a heel. He's getting over with the crowd. And look, in WWE, you know how they is. The WWE for the creators, what they do, they just have a headache. They can't figure out what to do with these damn young developed talent that come onto the WWE main roster, and they just fucks over them. And Kevin Patrick is backstage with the Raw Tag Team Champion. RKO Bro Ritter does all the talking, say it sucks not having Randy Orton last week. Ritter keep talking and saying Orton looks like a snake. The shine it say Orton looks like a snake that shadows its skins and sit in the sun. Arden asks if he done. Riddle say he is an artist. Say they have the opportunity to defend the Raw Tag Team and shut up AJ Styles and Arden and Omos. But they have to wait for Crown Jewels. Arden has a proposition tonight in Nashville. Arden say it's time for Omos to go one on one with the Legend Killer. Riddle looks stunning. I mean, like, have we seen this, man? We seen this at SummerSlam. We seen this at look, WWE. You don't even much have a tag team on Monday Night Raw because WWE already split up the New Day on. Not Biggie over. Now they over there on SmackDown. WWE done split up T-Bar and Mace. WWE done already split up. The Street Profits. They still together. They still together over there. And then they got Otis and Chad Gable over there on Monday Night Raw. Look, when WWE was pushing Otis is a WWE babyface, and then it didn't even much work out because Otis WWE tried time and time again to push Otis to a superstar babyface time and time again, and then they over pushed him, and it still didn't work. And WWE had dropped the ball on that and ended up turning him heel. And so when Tucker had turned it on him in WWE, they did not build up that storyline with Tucker, and WWE ended up releasing him. And I'm telling you, WWE creators ain't had nothing for him. Ain't had nothing for him to do. He just showing up every week. Either he on SmackDown or getting paid paychecks, just collecting paychecks and just leave it go home. Because when WWE creators don't have no match for you in the play, they can't figure out nothing to do with you. They can't look. He is not on the level of Randy Orton, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, um, Walter. He's not on level. He is not on level as a Drew McIntyre, Bobby Ashley. He is not any on these guys' level. So that's the reason why WWE they released it him. So we get WWE Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville are back at the primary. Seth Rollins is the first pick of the second round for WWE. Rollins with the second pick of the second round SmackDown pick. WWE Intercontinental Champion Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick Boogs, they show celebration backstage on Monday Night Raw, now selected at WWE United States Champion Damian Priest look pleased backstage. SmackDown selects Sheamus with the final pick of the second. I said, dude, Sheamus, he's over on SmackDown. But now that he's gonna go over there and fuck with Bruce and interfere with him for that WWE Intercontinental Championship, and Sheamus gonna be the one that beats Shinsuke Nakamura with him, and there is gonna be some good booking storytelling over there on Monday Night Raw. But if Monday Night Raw, if they can do some booking with if they can just bring back the fan base, I mean, and listen to the fans and give them what they want, maybe they can help them out. Because I mean, it's like you got it's like you got Bruce Picture and Kevin Dunn and Vince McMahon. They in charge of everything. He blocking everything with the give the fans what they want, and he just taking it in his own hand. That's what he's doing. And I'm either much looking like and then either much I mean we will see because we will see what's gonna be happening over there on SmackDown. And Shayna Baszler versus Dana Brooke. I mean, like, why is Dana Brooke either much on Monday Night Raw? WWE don't give a fuck about no damn Dana Brooke, and they don't have nothing ever since when WWE had her as a tag team division, and WWE was gonna push Mandy Rose and Shayna Baszler to go take the WWE championships off of Nia Jax. It didn't. With those two, they wasn't gonna be a team to beat Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. They wasn't a team to do it. So WWE, though, they decided to break them two up. They sent Mandy Rose back down at the NXT and kept Dana Brooke left on the main roster alone by herself. And because WWE creators, they didn't have anything else for her. And so that's the reason why Dana Brooke, she that's there, and she that's they don't have no plans for her to win. WWE don't have no plans for her to win. Look, and we get Baszler attacking Brooks' arm outside the ring and goes it breaking it on the steps, but Dewdrop's stripped down to the ring and then stars in Baszler. Baszler walked by her but clubbed her in the back. Baszler, she lives. Dewdrop doesn't go down in SNEERS, shining at her. So Dana Brooke is still on the WWE roster. How and fun run in from Dewdrop. The idea of a Baszler versus Dewdrop match, it doesn't get me excited. It feels like they looking at her and say making the brave fly if she had the um, creepable a Piper Niven, this would be cool. And I mean, yeah, because either much with Piper Niven, she is done from Eve Marie, and then like knowing I would like to see Piper Niven face Becky Lynch. Piper Niven, she can face Dewdrop. That's what I'm saying. Dewdrop can face Becky Lynch, Shayna Baszler. She can face Becky Lynch, Shayna Baszler. She can either much face who else do they much got? She can face Belly when she comes back, and she can face Bailey when she comes, she can face Becky Lynch, she can face Bailey, she can face Rhea Ripley, she can either much face Tamina, she can either much face Sasuke, and then she can either much face look Dewdrop because they don't mean that she gonna win the WWE Raw Women's Championship and the WWE creators, they don't have nothing for her to do. So WWE ain't gonna be going in this feud for the next 2 or 3 months with Shayna with Dewdrop. They is not gonna be going into that. And then you even much got Queen Lady the much talking about look at Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler is a bad ass because WWE building her up as this badass heel, and she finally got back to her self. And then now she's gonna be over there on SmackDown working with Xia Li, Doudrop, Aaliyah, Dakota Kai. If she comes up to the WWE main roster, she don't have to get drafted to go to Raw and SmackDown, and then she gonna be working with either much Charlotte Flair over there on SmackDown, over there on SmackDown, and then either much Shayna Baszler though she probably ain't gonna win that WWE SmackDown Women's Championship. Cause she have to prove to me in these single matches. She have to prove a whole lot to me. Is this badass character heel gimmick that she playing. She just a assassin that in the ring and the killer in the ring, and she do not take no kindless bullshit when she in the ring, and she has the MMA amateur background. And Shayna Baszler though, I don't have no problem, but her being in the ring with Dana Brooke, who can't wrestle and she don't have no business in the ring with Shayna Baszler because WWE don't have nothing for her. Nothing. I don't know why is she there. Cause she should be asking for her release from the company. WWE don't give a fuck about her. Mustafa Ali and Masoud versus Angel Garza and Herberto Correa. Herberto Carzo, Carrillo starred against Moonsault. Carrillo takes it to Moonsault, but Moonsault fight back Garza and Ali tags in all, takes him down and slam him, but Carrillo breaks it up. Carrillo takes out Musa. Carrillo gets a um, clip shot in on all, and Garza picks up the win. I didn't care for this match. I did not care for this match. I really didn't. WWE Champion Big E immediately makes his way to the ring. We hear from him next. And WWE official Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville are back on the stage. Either much with Sonya Deville, with Adam Pearce though, and Sonya Deville, they come out like they at a Music MTV Awards, and then they just come out and draft. Look, the draft was kind of boring to me. I mean, like you ain't called up now name from NXT, but one time because it look like I said that you with AJ Styles being drafted back to Monday Night Raw and almost look, they not going nowhere. They stand right where they are at. Shayna Baszler drafted by SmackDown. Okay, I already just said that. Kevin Owens drafted by Raw. Either much with Kevin Owens, I'm gonna talk about him in a hot second. WWE Championship Big E say it's great to be on his show Monday Night Raw for the second controversy year. Kobe Kingston and Xavier Woods have been drafted to a brand that he has not only a New Day Rock champ picking up. Big E say he was also in the most physical Grantland matches of his career, but he made sure the almighty Bobby Ashley feels down to his knees. Big E come to show the world that he is the rightful WWE champ before he could breathe for a minute. Has next challengers coming down to declare himself. The man is no joke. He's two-time WWE champion at a Liverpool turn. Swamp Man Drew makes and Drew McIntyre before he wastes any more time. Big E calls out McIntyre to the ring. Drew McIntyre makes his way to the ring with his sword. McIntyre say it a Drew Day. Yes, it is. McIntyre say he be drafted to SmackDown. McIntyre hasn't had a chance since Bobby Ashley has been waiting for a hero. Big E be then questioned Ashley to become the WWE champ. This is the part of where people would try to and and Granzi and Gonzalez Big E to get a title match, but the truth is Big E deserved the WWE champion, and you deserve it. Chant like pick up McIntyre say people love Big E and have said so on social media, but not have him. McIntyre does things the old-fashioned way and stay shaking hands with him, and each chant pick up McIntyre say they butt was coming because Big E uh technical uh ch- cashing in on an injured Ashley. Technical Ashley injured McIntyre when he was cashing in. Technically, no one likes Bobby Ashley. Say Big E did the world in favor McIntyre challenge Big E to a match for the WWE Championship. Yeah, because hopefully at Crown Jewels, Big E is gonna give Bobby Ashley a hell of a fight in that match, and then because Drew McIntyre though he is gonna fight to the breath to his breath to get that WWE Championship off of Big E. But look, Big E he gonna find a way to regain that WWE Championship at WWE Crown Jewels because you either much want to see him get built up against Karrion Cross. I mean, build up against Karrion Cross. You want to see him get built up against Damian Priest. You want to see him get built up against John Morrison. He's undrafted because WWE look at him like he just don't fit their style what they do. And like Damian Priest, he is a nobody. And like I mean, did I just say that? Like John Morrison, he is a nobody. And then him beating the Miz. Look, the Miz, I don't care for the Miz. And then I mean him taking on like Big E is the one should be the one who dropping Seth Rollins. He would get a WWE title opportunity against Big E, and he could be the one that take the WWE Championship off of Seth Rollins. If that match happens somewhere down the road at WrestleMania, he could be the one because he's a two-time WWE champion. And Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode make their way to the ring, and Roode say they've been sitting in the back waiting to see where they going, but they has to come out here. Ziggler say he loved Big E, but when Big E debuted, it was alongside Ziggler as for McIntyre. He come back to WWE alongside Ziggler. Ziggler just wants a thank you they Rude has cocktail, and he just want a sample abnormally me Lehman Biggie. McIntyre humbles McIntyre Jungle say Ziggler was upgrade from them. Rude say he is twisted the friends and tagging part of McIntyre was Rude, making fans of Biggie for bringing a bodyguard, but Rude put the body in bodyguard. They calls him Big Bob. Big E say letter real. No one calls him that. Ziggler say this is about him and what he did for them. Ziggler wants a thank you from begin a perfect Grammy, Grammy, McIntyre asked Nashville if they should thank Ziggler. Nashville doesn't look them. Big E say they only then them and ass whooping. Big E and Big D will take on the Dirty Dogs next. So Dolph Ziggler can still cut a hell of a promo. The Nashville crowd sinking tonight. Yes, they haven't give the crowd make up anything to get excited about with short matches and intending think talking segment. But this was a actually good segment and they wasn't there. So the tag team WWE champ Big E and Drew McIntyre versus the Dirty Dog Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. Drew McIntyre started again. Dolph Ziggler knocks McIntyre back, so McIntyre punches him down and they connect with a release front super. Big E tags in and Drew Ziggler on the apron. Big E hit a big splash on the apron. Robert Roode tags in. Big E taking it to him and tagging McIntyre, and Roode kicks McIntyre in the face. Big E tags in and does Ziggler hits a drop kick from one of a count. Ziggler applies a chin lock. Big E fights out, so Ziggler tags Roode in. Roode takes Big E down and goes for a flying knee, but Big E moves. McIntyre tagging in and Big Boot Rude down before hitting a overhead belly to belly suplex. McIntyre hits a second overhead belly to belly suplex. Ziggler runs and McIntyre giving him a overhead belly to belly suplex out of the ring. McIntyre charging Rude in the corner, but he hits the ring post shoulder first when Rude moves Ziggler super kick McIntyre at ringside. And we come back from the break to see Rude applies a chin lock to McIntyre, fighting up a punch out. McIntyre elbowed Rude before elbowing Ziggler. McIntyre then stunning Rude with a Glass Grow Kiss. Biggie and Ziggler tag in. Biggie hits Ziggler with a pair of a overhead belly to belly suplex, followed by a belly to belly side super. Biggie granted before hitting the ropes and crashing Ziggler with a big splash. Biggie hits a under URANAGE honoring, but Rude breaks it up. Biggie put Rude on the apron and goes for a spear, but Rude not knee him in the face. Ziggler hits a big with a zigzag, but McIntyre breaks the pin. McIntyre knees Ziggler out of the ring and catches Rude with a overhead belly to belly suplex on the floor. Ziggler rolls Biggie up for a 2 count. Biggie sidestepped a super kick from Ziggler and clothesline him. McIntyre tags himself and hits Ziggler with a Claymore kick for the win. Yeah, because either much with Dolph Ziggler, Bob Roode, look, Devil, I don't give a fuck about those two, and you know I don't give a damn about these two because you either much have your like Big E ain't dropping that belt. at Crown Jewels against Drew McIntyre, because I heard WWE talked about Drew Tees and Drew McIntyre that he was gonna turn heel. And then he gonna be showing up on Monday Night Raw again. Then he can tank Big E from either much behind, and then he turns heel up. This man done everything on Monday Night Raw. Y'all builded him up against AJ. He builded him up at WrestleMania last year. This man done won the WWE Championship in front of empty at WrestleMania 36 in front of a empty arena. And when he beat Brock Lesnar, this man done beat Angel Garza. This man done beat Randy Orton at WWE Payback Rules. He done beat Randy Orton at SummerSlam. And he done beat Randy Orton at Clash of Champions. He done beat Randy Orton at WWE Hell in a Cell. He won the title, lost to Drew McIntyre, and lost to Roman Reigns at WWE Survivor Series, and beat AJ Styles at tables and letters. Drew McIntyre beat The Miz at WWE TLC and tables and ladders and chairs, and he had to go through and beat Bill Goldberg at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship. And he retained it. Then turn around, he had to go through Matt Hardy, had to go through The Miz, he had to go to Cesaro, had to go through AJ Styles, had to go through he had to go through AJ Styles. He had to go up against 5 competitors. And then Hell in a Cell retaining. Bobby Ashley came out and cashed in WWE Money in the Bank. Look, Drew McIntyre did everything he can on Monday Night Raw to carry that brand on his back. He beat Seth Rollins at WWE Money in the Bank. Beat it Keith Lee. He did everything he can over there on Monday Night Raw to carry that money, to carry that company, and carry that Monday Night Raw on his back. He done did every thing. And now you drafting him over there to SmackDown that he ain't beating Roman Reigns for that WWE Universal Championship. This man done beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 36 in front of the empty arena at the Performance Center at WrestleMania 36 when the pandemic had hit. This man beat Randy Orton. He beat Randy Orton. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He beat Seth Rollins at WWE Money in the Bank. He turned around and beat The Miz. He turned around and beat Randy Orton. He turned around and beat him at WWE Payback, WWE SummerSlam. He beat him at WWE Clash of Champions. He beat him in an Avalanche match. He turned around and lost the WWE Championship to Randy Orton at WWE Hell in a Cell, and he won it back from him to face Roman Reigns at WWE Survivor Series, and he lost to him. You champion versus champion. And then either much he beat it AJ Styles at Tables and Ladders and Chair match at TLC and beat Bill Goldberg at the Royal Rumble. He had to go against 5 competitors in the Elimination Chamber. He had to go through Jeff Hardy. He had to go against AJ Styles. He had to go against Big E. He had to go against Cesaro. He had to go against Daniel Bryan. And he had to go against 5 competitors at the Elimination Chamber. And then either much that The Miz, you either much had, it's all right. He had to go against Cesaro. He had to go against um, Jeff Hardy. He had to go against John Morrison. He had to go against Mustafa Ali, and yeah, I mean 5 competitors. I find out that later. He had to go against 5 competitors to regain his WWE championship, and then you either much had Bob Bachelor attacked him from behind and put him in a hurt like back and forth, and picked him up and body slammed him, and that set up the Miz had came out and cashed in his WWE Money in the Bank briefcase. He lost to Bob Ashley at WrestleMania. Lost to him at WrestleMania 36 with the crowd returning. Lost to him at WWE Hell in the Cell with Braun Strowman in the Triple Threat match. I'm sorry, I mean lost to Braun Strowman was in a Triple Threat match. He lost to Bob Ashley retained it. He lost, and he know that if he challenged Bob Ashley again, it was gonna be his last chance. That if he lose to Bob Ashley, he can't get a shot at the WWE champion no more. I mean, now that Bob Ashley not the champ, he can get a shot at Big E because I know that Drew McIntyre is not going to be winning that WWE championship coming at Crown Jewel because Big E is gonna retain at WWE Crown Jewels, and he's going over there on SmackDown, and people think he's gonna be the guy that beat Roman Reigns for that WWE Universal Championship. It's not gonna happen. I keep telling you that. It is not going to happen. He probably not going to be doing much over there on SmackDown either. And all that build up for Drew McIntyre for 2 years though, and now WWE did everything the best they can with him on they building him up. Now they want to wipe that away and turn him back to heel because that booking wasn't getting him over. I mean, the WWE 24 champ Redner is backstage when he find WWE official Adam Pearce and Redner say he hard Pearce want to talk to him about the draft, but Pearce Danielson it's Reginald's turn, and so the Viking Raiders in his way. Reginald back up. True grab him. Reginald gets out of his suit jacket and does something wild. Uh, Flips and a bonker all over the place to get away from the Reginald wire up in front of Apollo Crews and Commander Ozar. Crews say it's good to see Reginald again. Reginald runs out to escape Crews and say it's exciting to be on Raw. Look, Vince McMahon, he loves him some Reginald. But I don't I don't know why he's still there, but I don't. Raw Women Champion Flair is showing warming up backstage. Shows she's facing Bianca Belair later tonight. Kevin Owens, not a member of the WWE Raw, making his way to the ring. They everyone to vote for the Miz, who is on Dancing with the Stars. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. A country music star Hardy is a ringside Hardy is pouring a beer. Kevin Owens on a microphone and goes to speak at Atkinkirk, A-K-I-R-A, a Carmen Torsory cut him out before even seeing word replay or showing a keep Bearcat lead destroying Target. Last week, Target takes the microphone from Owens. Target angry from interrupted and welcome Owens back to Monday Night Raw and give him Tar's OzawA Tari a now look, Kevin Owens don't want to be there because it's like he's giving WWE is giving him a Dean Ambrose treatment, having him lose all his matches until he on his way out the door. Because I told y'all that on my podcast last Saturday. Look, Kevin Owens, though, is going to be over there with his friends. He's going to be over there with the Young Bucks. He's going to be over there with Chris Jericho, CM Punk, Bryan Danielson, and Chris Jericho, every last one of them over there at AEW, because WWE creators don't have nothing for him to do. And I guess they want to bring back the Kevin Owens show. I'm telling you, they want to bring back the Kevin Owens show. And I'm telling you right now, he is going to end up in AEW. He would be so very happy over there with Adam Cole. You got people probably be talking about Kevin Owens that he ain't even much happy being in the WWE right now because he walk around ain't happy. He's looking frustrated. He just waiting on his contract that's to expire so he can just pack his bags and get the fuck out of WWE and go sign a contract with Tony Khan, because he's going to be chunking a whole lot of money in him, because I know Tony Khan can't sign everybody over there to AEW. He can't do that because he's the one that write them. He's the one sign his pen, sign paycheck, and sign his pen on the dotted line and pay every WWE promote, pay every AEW promotion. He pays the creators. He pays the production workers. He pays these wrestlers. And Tony Khan is the boss. Everything what he say go. He is calling the shots. And he knows what he's doing. Tony Khan knows what he is doing. In the Street of Profits draft by Raw. I'm glad they got drafted to Monday Night Raw. I am so glad they got drafted to Monday Night Raw. The Viking Raider drafted by SmackDown. Finn Balor drafted by Raw. I hope Finn Balor though is getting pushed. Cause he just got back to the main roster on the 16th. Cause you either much on July the 16th. This dude was a underdog down there in NXT. He done beat it. This dude became a two-time NXT champion. He done turned around and beat Adam Cole, Kelly Riley. He done beat it Pete Dunne, Adam Cole, Kelly Riley. He done beat it Pete Dunne. He done beat it Roderick Strong. He done beat it who else I done say he done beat it down there in NXT? He has done beat it either much about everybody on that main roster. He done beat it until he dropped the NXT championship to Karrion Kross. And now that I hope he get a fresh start on Monday Night Raw. He has 3 years on his contract too. Because I remember me watching Montez Ford though. Because I want to get back to the Street Profits. Me watching Montez Ford, he was on the bump with his wife Bianca Belair. I just love those two when I see them together. Because you remember what I told you. I either much had said that WWE is gonna break the Street Profits up. They is gonna push Montez Ford into a singles match. He is gonna face Damian Priest. He is gonna face Karrion Kross. He's gonna face Big E. He's gonna face Karrion Kross. He's gonna face Big E. He's gonna face Damian Priest. He's gonna face Kobe Kingston. He's gonna face Bobby Ashley. He's either much gonna face Randy Orton. He is gonna be so much successful getting pushed in these singles matches. When you put him and his wife Bianca Belair together, those two is gonna be heels, and I am down for all of that. Because and I told Queen Lady that last Monday, I told her that. And then she gonna talk about I don't want to see the Street Profits breaking up because right now I don't want them to do that because everybody love the Street Profits. I said, dude, I know everybody love the Street Profits because you had D'Angelo Dawkins was interviewing and say he fine with the Street Profits that he don't want them to break up the Street Profits. Look, when Montez Ford when he turns on you, that means that he want to win, be a WWE champion. Then you gonna be left all alone by yourself, and you ain't getting nowhere in these singles matches, and WWE is going to just bury you. I'm telling you, they're going to bury you. Whether they going to give you your budget cut, they going to give you your papers, and you are going to be your pink slip. You going to be on your way out of that door. And these WWE curators, they can't do nothing with you. So I'm telling you what's gonna happen. I'm telling you what's gonna happen next year in 2022 when 2021 is out of the door. Ricochet drafted to SmackDown. I mean, Ricochet ain't gonna be doing much over there on SmackDown because I think he only got a long contract over there with Ricochet, and then either. But I hope he don't sign another contract. I hope and pray he don't sign another contract. If he do, um, he is gonna get fucked because WWE is not gonna be wise. They not giving him a push on the main roster and all that. Vince McMahon don't see the potential. Vince McMahon does don't see the potential in him. He just don't see the lights in him. He just don't see the values in him. He don't see that in Ricochet being a breakout star. I know he ain't gonna never be a WWE champion in the WWE no time soon. So he probably be a United States champion or a Intercontinental championship. The way how WWE they is just not using him at all. So I don't know. WWE Women's Tag Team Champion Nikki Ash and a Rhea Ripley will be in action next. WWE Tag Team Champion Nikki Ash and Rhea Ripley versus Natty and Tamina. Natalia starts again. Nikki Ash is bouncing her off the turnbuckle. Nikki knees away at her before whipping her to the corner. Nikki signature shot over her in over, drop kicks her in the knee before knocking her out of the ring. Nikki goes outside and punches Natalia. Natalia gets in the ring. Tamina tags in the boots. Nikki down. Tamina throws Nikki across the ring and a launches her, and Tamina throws her down and ends the crowd. Nikki jumps on her back with a sleep hold, but Tamina slam her out. Tamina super kick her in, but Rhea breaks up the pin. Natalia tags in and goes for a snapshot, but Nikki rolls her up for a 2 count. Rhea Ripley tags in a brawl with Natalia before drop kicking Tamina of the apron. Rhea hits a pair of short arm clothesline and a ripcorn headbutt. Rhea drop kick Natalia in the head and gets fired up. Natalia fires back and Rhea comes back with a North Light super. Tamina breaks up the pin. Rhea kicks Tamina out of the apron. Nikki then hit a crossbody block out the top rope to the floor on the tag, and Tamina Ripley gets Tamina in the ring and hit the retard. Nikki tags in and sit on the Rhea Ripley shoulder. Rhea slammed Nikki onto Tamina for the win. I mean, yeah, they retained the title. Amazing. That only a 3 hour show. We had nothing but rush in our slapping matches. The WWE draft isn't taking up so much time that everything needs to be several shorting. This has not been enjoyable to watch so far. No, it ain't. Because I told Queen Lay, I said, you know what, though? I'm drinking that MD 2020. I am gonna be falling the sleep because Monday Night Raw, man, it is just boring, man. They is not bringing no excitement to this show. And WWE Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville are back for the fifth round of the WWE draft. Karen Cross drafted by Humberto and Angel Gardes drafted by SmackDown. Alexa Bliss drafted by Raw. And Cesaro drafted by SmackDown. Okay. Look, Karen Cross, I haven't seen Karen Cross on Monday Night Raw, but Karen Cross though, I don't know how WWE gonna book him in these storylines when he come back. Because he don't have his wife Scarlett with him with Vince McMahon took his interest away from him, took his wife Scarlett to eat much away. Look, Karen Cross is a badass. If they can bring that NXT Karen Cross up the main roster, that means that he is gonna be destroying. Cause you put him in a ring with Bobby Ashley, Randy Orton, Damian Priest, Randy Orton, Damian Priest. You put him in the ring with Matt Riddle. You put him in the ring with AJ Styles. You put him in the ring with right now Drew is over on SmackDown and Roman Reigns is over there. You can put him in a ring with him. They would be booking his as a killer. They'll be booking Karen Cross as a badass on the main roster. Alexa Bliss drafted by Raw. Oh yeah, when she come back, because WWE is gonna be bringing back her normal gimmick, but she finally gets out of that Bray Wyatt gimmick, Lily, and Alexa Bliss is gonna be the one. She's gonna be out for the next several months. I would like to see her do a match with Bianca Belair. I would like to see that. I would like to see her do a match with Becky Lynch. I would like to see her do a match with Belly. I mean, I've seen it before. Goldberg makes his way to the ring. I'm sorry, Cesaro drafted by SmackDown. So SmackDown looks. I would like to see Sheamus and Cesaro get back together. Them taking on, I mean, the bar. I would like to see those two get back together because you have Cesaro getting dressed up backstage in suits, and then WWE don't have Curator, don't have nothing to do. I like to see Cesaro get pushed. He been the Intercontinental Champion. He been the United States Champ, but he been in the company for years, and he's 40 years old. He has not even much won a WWE championship. I would like to see him get pushed because you put him in um, the bar together. You put the bar back together. That means they would be feuding with the Usos, the New Day, the Street Profits go over there on SmackDown, and they don't even much have enough tag teams to do it with over there on SmackDown. Like WWE, they don't give a fuck about no damn tag team. They don't give a fuck about that. Goldberg, I mean, let me get into something else. Goldberg makes his way to the ring. The crowd gives a nice ovation and Goldberg say Bob Ashley has not accidentally to say what he did to his son was a mistake, misunderstanding. It wasn't. It was introduction tonight. He invited Bobby Ashley to the ring and say he can't enter inner alley break his freaking neck. Bobby comes out to the stage. Ashley say it was a mistake with his son. Ashley isn't getting in the ring in jeopardy his customer shirt. Kicking Goldberg ass again. Not everyone dressed like it's still 1998. Goldberg owns him in APOLOGY Aggery for a pro PETUATING parity. The my that he pro pro pause fear hurt his son. Ashley will give Goldberg a match at Crown Jewel under no one concerns no holds barred. Goldberg can begin his son. Goldberg gets on his knee and thank him. Goldberg say no holds barred, giving him a insurance to kill Goldberg. So Ashley thinks he's crazy and it's true. Goldberg will give Ashley kids in a artery when he leaves his lifeless body in the rain, gasping for air. One thing is for sure, Ashley is next, and he dead. Ashley short out over Goldberg music and say Goldberg cannot kill the Almighty. After say Goldberg can let his son know that if he get the balls to do what he did last time, it won't be a mistake. What would Goldberg do if someone jumped on his back and Cedric Alexander and jumps Goldberg back? But Goldberg knocked him out. Goldberg then speared Shelton Benjamin down. The protection blowed out to Ashley, and Goldberg will indeed happen. And WWE Crown Goldberg keep talking about killing Ashley. There's no better place to do it than Saudi Arabia has. Ashley every talk badly about the government who knows they can make it up. Yeah, because Bob Ashley better even much be careful though. They are going to be Goldberg is going to be using every adjustment in the ring against Bobby Ashley, and then and you know that Bill Goldberg is gonna get his win against Bobby Ashley at Crown Jewels. Look, and I know Bobby Ashley. I know it been a long run when Bobby Ashley been 105 days that Bobby Ashley been the WWE Championship. This man done been building for the past 7 months. He been the WWE champion. And then you have Big E come out and cash it on him, and he win the WWE championship. The New Day, their way to the ring, they face Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin. The New Day, Kobe Kingston and Xavier Woods versus Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Shelton Benjamin started again and Kobe Kingston fights him off of hit a tornado DDT. Cedric Alexander and Xavier Woods tag in the ring, hit a wild side leg sweep as goes to drop on the apron, but he falls to the floor. Kingston comes off the steps and hit Benjamin with a double stomp to the chest. Woods hit a sprain, busted elbow drop on Alex for the win. I mean, I didn't care for this match. The New Day won, and the Hurt Business and New Day, they feud. The build up doesn't mean nothing with these storylines. I don't care. The win by the pinfall, the New Day. The Street Profits make their way to the ring. They congratulate the New Day in the Netflix movie and ask how they defend the Undertaker. Montez Ford say they are here to let the WWE Universe in Nashville that they Street Profits are back on Monday Night Raw and they want the smoke. They embrace the New Day and give them some red Soho cups. Kingston takes a sip and gets excited. I like that. I like those too. Kobe Kingston and Xavier Woods, Montez Ford, and Andrew Dawkins. I like that. Um, the video package. Finn Balor is coming to WWE Raw. I already know that. I already know he's coming to Monday Night Raw. We get Raw Tag Team Champ RK Bros making their way to the ring. We see if Omos accept Orton challenger next. Randy Orton say he waiting for the response for Orton Omos and Arn want to know if Omos is person co-listers for a big bitch AJ Styles and Arn make their way to the ring. Styles say they were seller will self breathing his win over Riddle last week. Styles is glad they are on Raw, so they can rib it in their face. When they beat them from the Raw Tag Team titles, almost began to speak, but Orton attacked the Styles. Riddle goes after Orton, but he's slamming down on it's Styles win an RKO and runs away that almost is furious. Dude, do we gotta see them again at Saudi Arabia for the tag team? We just seen them at SummerSlam that because Monday Night Raw making it this match because they don't have no other tag teams on there is baby faces. Heels that who can take the belts off of them. They don't have no other teams on Raw. Carmella get drafted by Raw. Dude, she probably gonna be doing the same thing over there on Monday Night Raw. This girl get better and better in the ring week after week, and it don't matter who you put in front of her. She gets better. Now you got Selena Vega on Raw, the same people who been drafted for SmackDown. Now they both their ass on Raw because they are losers. Reggie, Ridger Hollins drafted by SmackDown, and Gabriel Stevenson drafted by Raw. That's good because look, he is not even much trained yet. Can WWE train him because this dude probably gonna look Kurt Angle, he can wrestle his ass off the ring. I seen him face The Rock, I seen him face it. Brock Lesnar, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Brock Lesnar, I seen him face Stone Cold Steve Austin, Rock, Brock Lesnar, Triple H, The Undertaker. I seen him face the Kane. I seen him face the Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit. I seen him face the Edge. I seen him face the Christian, John Cena. Um, who else I can even much name? I seen Kurt Angle had faced it in the WWE because I growed up watching Kurt Angle ever since I was little. I growed up watching him, and I had growed up watching Kurt Angle. And then he has been the WWE champion in WWE. He been the United States champion in WWE because when Kurt Angle, when he either much had level up, he has that athletic system. He has that machine in him. He has that he been a he has that mouthpiece. Karango wrestled in WCW. He been in the ring with the Big Show and been in the ring with JBL. Karango has been, a heel in the WWE when he left TNA. Karango has been. He worked with the Monster Biz. He the much worked with Stain, Jeff Jarrett, Hulk Hogan. He worked with Stain, Jeff Jarrett. He worked with Hulk Hogan. He worked with Bully Ray. He has worked with Jeff, with everybody who you know in TNA that Kurt Angle has worked with. And then he came back to WWE back in 2018, and when Vince McMahon gave him the job as general manager, he booked the matches. On Monday Night Raw, he teamed up with Ronda Rousey at WrestleMania to take on Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. And in his last match in the company, he had took on Baron Corbin. He beat it. You can say Baron Corbin beat it, Kurt Angle. Now his career is over. Look, this man has young kids. So, and he's married and he does living a good life. He can either much be a do like Stone Cold Steve Austin doing a Kurt Angle podcast, and then either much interview WWE superstars in the past in the company and talk about and telling the story, talking about a good old days, good days when he was in WWF. You see what I'm saying? And then, and I seen him on the Stone Cold Steve Austin podcast. And then let's get into Bianca Belair versus the Raw WWE Championship. Charlotte Flair. They lock it up. Flair applies a headlock before talking her down. Belair applies a head scissors, but Flair naps out of it. Belair takes her down, but Flair gets out with a head scissors. Belair camps out and they trade taking back Flair. Quickly attack, taking her down by the hair. Flair is the ropes and does a uh, cartwheel. Belair does the same. Flair is the ropes and drop kicked Belair as she dropped it down. Flair naps up a smile. Flair puts Belair in the corner and whips her as across the ring. Belair signal shot over her, does a cartwheel and smack her backside. Flair is not happy. Belair drop kicks and trend her again. Flair rolls her up for a 1 count. Belair bounce her in the corner and puts her in the opposite corner. Belair charges into a big boot. Belair receives a whip to the corner, but Flair rolls up the turnbuckle and leaves on the apron before forming her. Flair pulls Belair to the apron and goes for a super suplex, but Belair fights it. Flair comes back with a small and throws her over the barricade. Um, back we go back from the commercial break. Break into see Belair flips out of the dragon sleep, but Flair boots her. Belair boards a big boot and drop kicks her down. Belair hits a delay, breaks a suplex. Flair and 2 count. Belair stomp away at her and goes for a head spring. Uh, Slush. Splash. But Flair gets the knee up. Flair chopped the chest. Belair hits the ropes, but Flair clothesline her down. Flair rolls up rolls her up for a 2 count before powering her up and hitting a big slam for a near fall. Flair goes for a natural selection, but Belair gets out. Flair flipped through a suplex and um I'm looking at this, a natural suplex, but gets out. Flair flipped through a superplex, but Belair comes back with a KOD attempted. Flair lands on her feet and hits a super spear for a near fall. Flair is shocked. Belair come back with a slam for a near fall. Belair goes to the ropes, but Flair hits a big takedown. Her down. Flair big boot her down to the canvas. Flair comes off the top rope with a moonsault, but lands on her feet and hits a standing moonsault when Belair moves for a 2 count. Belair fights back and hit a KOD, but Belair Becky pulls Belair out of the ring. Belair sent Belair into the ring steps and winning by a disqualification. Belair hits a B implode into the barricade and gets Belair in the ring for a manhandle slam. Sasha attacks the length from behind and knees her in the head. Banks then knee Belair in the head. Lynch attacked Banks and Banks connected with a bank stab. Banks standing tall in the ring. But super portable predictable end into the main event with Lynch on counter. I just know it would be a excited reflex of the SmackDown ang- angle. Feet like Flair and Belair were going through the mental before getting there. Nothing special. I mean, yeah, because Bianca Belair won by DQ, but she almost came that steady close of beating Charlotte in that match. I mean, that's that close. Because I told Queen I'm finna drink MDD, and she bust out laughing because Cameron was going to sleep, and either much PJ was on his way of going to sleep. So I'm telling you, the match is born, but Monday Night Raw, they kept it who they had. So Charlotte get drafted over to SmackDown, Bianca Belair drafted to Monday Night Raw, Finn Balor drafted to Monday Night Raw. So we went all over the place, but we are going to be talking about AEW Dynamite. I mean, I'm not AEW. I'm sorry, AEW Rampage on a Saturday and Friday Night SmackDown. So you be on the lookout for that. Okay, now